Alright, so I want to do a video now that shows how to do the layers in practice, and I have some presets already set up for that, which is really what you need to do. The new workflow should be that you have presets set up for what you use commonly. Give them a good name, something that makes sense, and then you can apply them here to each layer as we make it. So in this case, what I'm going to do is a 5-layer setup where we do color, white, gray, white, and then color, and ends up with basically a double-sided print, so to speak, printed on acrylic. So I'm going to need 5 layers, so let's go ahead and add 5 layers here just because we're going to need them anyway. So I've got 5 layers. I'm not going to worry about the settings yet, so I want to go over to the settings page here and show you the presets I have set up for this. So I'm going to be messing with these acrylic presets, and so what I'm going to be doing is first layer is going to be color, and it's going down on pure acrylic, so it doesn't really need many passes. 5 is more than enough. You might be able to do 3 even. So I set my passes up and my lamps and everything for that. So that's the acrylic first pass preset. Looks like this. The next layer will be white. Now for fill, you don't really need very much white. 9 pass, 800% is more than enough. There's also a white fill that I created for printing on dark substrates, and that would be more like this: 15 pass, 1200%, and then you can see all the other settings. That's pretty reasonable. But on ours, okay, so we're starting off with a color layer, then we have a white layer, and then we're going to have a block out layer that is really just going to be some gray, and we just need to do a few passes. You're not really going to be able to see this color at all. It's really just for the block out, so we're not worried about banding. If 3 passes good enough, that's good enough too, but I set it to 5. Okay, so then we're finally going to put down, the 4th layer is going to be a white layer again, and this could be maybe a different layer, like the leading white layer and the trailing white layer. The one on top, maybe we want to have a different number of passes, and so we might actually add a white fill that's a final pass or whatever. So I haven't figured that out yet. I think maybe though we might need to have the second layer of white be different, and which is what that's what these layer things let you do. And then of course we'll end up with a final image. And this image, so the first one you see we did a 5 pass, but this image or this layer we're going to do a few more passes so it looks better, because it's going to be on top. It's not going to be against the acrylic, like the first layer was. Okay, so that I've got these layers, these presets all set up. So let's go apply them over here. Let's go back to this page. So on my first layer, you see I'm going to put, let me go scroll up here. My first layer is going to be color, the acrylic color first. So I just click on that and it applies it to the layer. I click to the next layer, that's going to be acrylic fill white, so I click on that. The next layer is going to be that block out, so I click on that, and then back to the white. And again, this might, later on we might figure out that we need a different settings for this second layer of white. Anyway, then we go to the final acrylic color pass and we click on that. So you can see basically the passes changed. We went from color to white to color to white to color. We could have changed, I'm not sure if this is perfect or whatever, but this is reasonable. Okay, so now that we've set up all that, we need to set up our layers. So our actual images. So on the first layer, I'm going to put here are my 3 images that I have, and this is the front side, the back side, and the block out in the middle. You really need this. You need the color because you're going to be printing color here. So what I'm going to do is put this guy in first, and he needs to be mirrored. He is a front reading. The way the PDF was set up, he's right reading, so I got to mirror him. And then I happen to know there are 18 that 18 will fit across. I have a auto gap 1/2 inch, you know. Okay, so that's the first layer. That's done. Second layer is going to be white. So we really just need those same images, or I'm going to go ahead and drop this in there. This is my block out. I'm going to use the block out for these internal layers. So once again, I need to do 18 of those all the way across. And that's going to go down in color. It's going to be printing white. Okay, it wouldn't have mattered whether it was an image or this image. It's just it's representing the white area. So that's what the white fill's all about. Okay, so then in the middle, once again, I'm going to have this gray block out. I'm going to do 18. And there might be faster ways to lay all this stuff out, but that's the way I'm doing it here. And then once again, another layer of the same images here. So in the middle 3 images, or 3 layers, I have the same images. And these 2 are printing white, this one's printing color. And then we're going to finish it off with the final image, page 2 image, and again I do 18 of those. And there you go. So that's it. Now I could, you know, I could say that I could create another one of these. 5-layer job. So you know, I've got my default one and I got my 5-layer one. You could save one of these, keep it, and duplicate it, and then just come in here and change the images. You know, you've already set up the actual images here, but you know, what's important is each setting on each layer is set up too. So that's a simple way to do it. Then you would just you know, get the printer ready to print, and it would basically print this layer, then it would, you know, with color, and then it would print this layer with white, all white. It would print this layer with color, printing that gray, and then it would print white again. So now you have your block out established, and then you finally end up with a layer of color. You know, this is actually going to be white, so you'll end up with a layer of color. Anyway, that's it.